Hello and welcome to the Path of Least Resistance. I am Dioverside. Today we're going to talk about patch 6.11 for Legends of Runeterra. So it looks like there's a new event here, Time for Tactics. This is the last event of the year, and it's inspired by TFT, which is a game I played one time. Don't know much about it, but you have a new set of powers and items, and this event is available from November 5th until January 14th. So that's cool. And then if you want to look at the patch notes, I'm not going to go through it all, but there's new powers and new items. And then we also have Elise as a new champion, or not, with a full constellation, she was already a champion, and Shyvana as a new champion. So that's what this event is, or this patch is. And so as always, we start with our battle pass. So battle pass is a battle pass. You have your Shyvana fragments if you buy it, you have Elise fragments if you don't, and then of course there's just the normal vaults, shards, star crystals for Demacia, Elise fragments for free, you get more cosmic blessings, Shyvana fragments at 190, a Demacian gold star vessel if you pay, that's pretty nice, Stardust, which, for free, gold vault for free, Relic Silver Star Vessel, it's a little bit weird. Nova Shards for Demacia, Star Crystals for Shadow Isles, Noxus Silver Star Vessel, weird again. Say Silver Star Vessel. Demacia Nova Shards, Platinum Vault if you buy, Wild Fragments if you don't. Nova Shards for Demacia again. Another Gold Vault. And Shadow Isles Gold Star Vessel for free. That's pretty nice, actually. And you have a Diamond Vault here. So, if you want to buy the Battle Pass, it costs you about $10. And you can buy it here, the Shapeshifters Battle Pass. So, yeah, that is what is included, and you can buy it there. We also have the new Celebration Bundle. So this contains your Epic Relic, which is Draconic Runes. I just read that and didn't even think that it could be a relic name. I don't know why. So you have Draconic Runes, you also get 60 fragments, so it helps you, get started. You have the 4-star bundle, which I usually don't purchase, but if you want to, you can. Gives you more fragments, it gives you some gold vaults, silver star vessels, Demacia and star crystals, and stardust. You also have the 5-star vessel, which again I do not buy. Which gives you even more fragments, some gemstone vessels, and enough star crystals to get to 5 stars. You also have the Darius Celebration Bundle. This is enough to get him to 2 stars. Has some greater cosmic blessings to level up, and the Hand of Noxus Relic. We'll go over relics in a moment. And then we also have the Elise Celebration Bundle, which is the same as the Shyvana one, except it has Queen's Embrace instead of Draconic Runes. So everything else is the same. You have your bundles from all past events, and if you want to buy Nova Shards, I believe you can, but I'm not going to be able to find it in this sea of things that I already own. Yeah, so Runeterra, Shadow Isles, Celestial bundles, and I'm sure there's a Demacian one up here somewhere. So if you want to buy those, you can. I don't, because I'm not that rich. Moving on to the Relic Talk portion, we have Draconic Runes. This is Shyvana's signature relic. If I'm a dragon, grant me +4/+0 and Overwhelm. Otherwise, grant me +2/+0 and Fury. It's interesting. I wonder if you could, I don't know, on Diana, if you could get the Fury power on her, and then she would be a dragon and start with 4/0 and Overwhelm. That would be really good. I haven't played Shyvana yet, obviously. I'm just looking at this now. So I assume it's going to be great on her as well. Overwhelm is nice. +4 is a lot. So, and +2 in Fury isn't bad, but probably not better than other relics. So that's, I don't know, has potential, I guess. Queen's Embrace is Elise's signature relic. Spirit, Impact, Evolve, Power. Fearsome allies can only be blocked by units with 5+ power. I think this is also pretty good. 5+ power thing might not matter too much in deadly adventures, although occasionally you'll come up across something that doesn't have 5+ power yet. I think it's probably pretty rare though. Spirit Impact and Evolve on Elise is very good though, so not sure what you would replace. Probably Fear Cleaving Axe, but Fear Cleaving Axe is incredible. But if Elise is going to die on attack anyway, then having Evolve is probably better, which will probably happen in the like deadly adventures, and you would use the Beast Within anyway for the Overwhelm. I mean, you don't have to. Yeah, I don't know. Not sure where it fits in exactly, but has a lot of use. I think especially you could like put it on Kai'Sa and that would probably be really good too. Spirit and Impact is just good, which is why Dreams of Yordles is good. So yeah, I don't know. Again, seems like it has potential. Not sure it's going to be best in slot, but definitely is interesting. And of course we have the Hand of Noxus, which is Darius' signature relic. This was shown last patch accidentally, I think, and that gives you +2/+0 challenger, and when you play Apprehend on the strongest enemy, which stuns them, and if Darius is on board, then you also rally, which, I don't know, whatever. I'm not playing Darius anyway, so probably doesn't matter that much. Now we'll go on to talking about Elise. So I've already released the 3-star No Epic Relic video against Lysandra, so you can check that out if you want. Elise is very good, has always been very good, especially with Fear Cleaving Axe and Galeforce. Galeforce kind of required. Again, if you don't have Galeforce, which you may not have, let's go back to the shop. In the Emporium, if you don't have all the epic relics, it'll show up, or if you don't have all the relics, the rares and rare and common relics, it'll show up around here, and you can just keep buying relics with Stardust until eventually Galeforce will show up. It's on like a 3-day cooldown, I think, but this is the only way to get Galeforce. It was originally available in a battle pass and is no longer available through any other means, so keep buying relics until you get Galeforce. This is where you get it. I say this pretty often, but I don't know that everyone knows that anyway, so I'll keep repeating that until everyone knows how to get Galeforce. But Galeforce is very good on Elise, because Elise's constellation is when allies attack, her 3-star is when allies attack, grant allied spiderlings everywhere +1/+0, and the positive keywords of allied champions. So, yeah, having those positive keywords such as Scout means that all of your spiders will then have Scout, and that is very good. It's how you win in like 1 or 2 rounds, 1 or 2 attacks. And she is much, much worse without that, so try to get Galeforce. Now, for her constellation, we have this very cool looking design, the spider web. You have your 1-star, which is when allies attack, grant allied spiderlings everywhere +1/+0. Your 2-star, which is +1 starting mana. Round end, if an ally died this round, summon a spiderling. So this lets you block kind of freely, and then you just get a refund spider. And then her 3-star, like I said, is when allies attack, grant them all +1/+. Grant your spiderlings +1/+0, and positive keywords of allied champions. So if you have like a champion with lifesteal, they'll take that as well. If you have something like Spirit's Refuge, you can use it on Elise and then attack, and then all your spiderlings will have lifesteal from then on. If you're using something like Guardian Orb, you could roll into double attack and give that to all of your spiderlings. So a lot of cool tricks you can do. You have your Starved Bounty here, your the 4-star? Probably. When you summon a champion, granted 2 random keywords allies don't have. I believe this is a 4-star. I should just look at the thing. Yeah. Okay, so that's your 4-star. When you summon a champion, granted 2 random keywords allies don't have. So this is really good because it gives you more keywords, and again, when you attack, it's going to give it to all your spiderlings. You have Mana Flow as your 5-star, and your 6-star is a recurring nightmare. Game start, plant 3 Vile Maws as nightmares in the enemy deck. When a spider ally dies, plant a copy of it as a nightmare in the enemy deck, so you can get more spiders out for free, and when you play a spider, terrify one. So Vile Maw is pretty good. 6/6 and other fearsome allies have +1/+0. I don't know if that's a change. I don't think that was there before, but I don't know. Whatever. Doesn't matter too much. But you'll get Vile Maw as nightmares in the enemy deck, and then every time you play a spider, you terrify, so you get closer, and then you can keep refilling your spiders by every time they die, they become a nightmare. And since you get a spider for free every time a spider dies, this should be like a nice cycle of making sure that your board is always full. I think this will be really strong. Your bonus stars are Star of Bounty, 1 reroll, 100 gold. Star of Legends, your support champions have +1/+1 fearsome, and I am a spider, which is cool. This will transfer that fearsome over to all of your spiderlings, but I think they already have fearsome, or maybe they don't. I don't know. Either way, when Elise attacks, you get it regardless. Rude Awakening has Unstable Formula, which is an interesting choice. Probably not bad. Rude Awakening is a good spell because it makes 3 spiderlings and gives them all +1/+0. Star of Discovery. Followers you acquire in adventures that cost 3 or more are also going to be spiders, but they're not spiderlings, and your spiderlings are your best unit, so I don't know, it's probably fine. Star of Wonder is spells you acquire in adventures that have evil eyes, so you can terrify even more. This works with your 6-star, assuming that you get that, which I probably will. At least is really fun. And then, of course, your gemstone powers are not real, but this one is Celestial Bounty is +50 starting gold, and Celestial Fortune is +100 XP. So let's look at how accessible it is now. This is how I should have done from the start. So your 4-star is available right off your 3-star, which is great. Then you have the Star of Bounty here, and a Star of Blessings here. So that's pretty good, pretty accessible. Your 5-star is not blocked by anything except for a Star of Blessing, which is fine. And then Celestial Bounty is over here behind your 4-star, which is actually kind of nice. Normally, Celestial Bounty and the other one are blocked behind like your 6-star or whatever. And then in the spiderweb, you get your Star of Legends up here, Star of Discovery there. Either of them lead, any of these lead to your 6-star, which is not blocking anything because it's a nice web. So you have Celestial Fortune here, only blocked by 2 bonus stars, which is really nice actually. And then another one here. And then it looks like this is spells you acquire in adventures have evil eye is blocked by your 6-star, but on the other hand, your 6-star is why you would want this, so maybe it's not that bad. I would like it if this was accessible through another means, like from this or this. That would be better, but I mean overall, I would give this like an A in accessibility. I would say it's a pretty good layout. It is very pretty too. So, yeah, I think overall this is pretty good. Next we're going to talk about Shyvana. So, I'm not going to go too in-depth in Elise, because she's been out for a long time, and I also have that video, so you can just watch if you want. But Elise, basically, you drop Elise, you attack, gives all your spiders, all your keywords, and then you attack again, and then you win the game. That's kind of the whole thing. So, that's how Elise works. For Shyvana. So Shyvana is new to Path of Champions. She's, been in the base game for a long time. And she is a 4-cost, 3/4 with Fury as a dragon. Attack, give me +1/+1 this round. And she levels up when dragon allies have dealt 16 damage. And on her level up when she attacks, give me +2/+2 this round and create a bleeding 2-cost Strafing Strike in hand. Strafing Strike lets an ally and an enemy strike each other. And if the ally is a dragon, heal it 5. So this is powerful for removal, but I'm not actually sure how it's going to do in Deadly Adventures, where your opponents tend to have more power and health than you have, but I guess we'll find out. Her champion spell is Confront, which is Burst, grant an ally challenger. If it's a dragon, draw 1, create a Shyvana in your deck. Draw 1 is usually good. Sometimes it can lead to decking you out, but if you can just win faster, then it's fine. Her starting deck is Dragon Chow, so this is a 1-cost 0/3. When you play a dragon, it strikes me and you draw 1. Basically, you use this just a trigger for you to make your dragon bigger. We've already talked about Confront. We have Dragon Guard Lieutenant. When I am summoned, if you behold a dragon, grant me Challenger. I would have preferred the guy that gives you Rally when you see a dragon. You have Egghead Researcher. When I'm summoned, create a random dragon in hand. So like your early units are kind of bad. This can't block Fearsome, this can't block Fearsome, only your Lieutenant can. So we'll see how that goes. When an Ruined Dragon card is a 3-cost 3/4. When an ally with Fury kills a unit, granted an additional +1/+1. That's pretty nice. We have Shyvana, of course. Molten Breath, an ally with Fury strikes the 2 weakest enemies one after another. So let's look at what has Fury. We have no units so far. You have Shyvana. And we have Screeching Dragon, which does have Fury. It's a 5-cost 4/5 with Challenger. I don't know if this is good enough, and I think I would have preferred the Scout Dragon, but we'll see. And of course we have Cloud Drake with 6-cost 6/6. When I'm summoned, reduce the cost of all allied units in my hand by 1. He's a little late to reduce cost, but we'll see how it goes. Usually decks play better than they look, so, you know. For her constellations, we have the 1-star Dragon Breath. When you summon a dragon, it deals 3 to the weakest enemy. That is really good. Fury of the Brood, so is Dragon Chow a dragon, or is he just a Chow? Dragon Chow is not a dragon, it's an elephant, so that's not going to trigger on that. What's your first actual dragon in the deck? So Shyvana. Screeching Dragon and Cloud Drake are your only dragons. Maybe this power isn't as good as I think it is. It's still good though, I mean dealing 3 damage is pretty significant. Fury of the Brood, +1 starting mana, all allied dragons have Fury, and your Fury buffs are granted to all dragon allies in play and in hand. So that is kind of massive. Yeah, every time you do Fury, you're going to be growing your units. That's in play and in hand, so it's not going to be in all of your deck, so that's a little bit of a downside, but it makes it so it's not that bad that you have to, that all your dragons are super expensive, and also there might be like champion level items that give more things Fury, so that's pretty good. And then your 3-star is when you summon a dragon, it strikes the weakest enemy, so strike instead of deals 3. Most of the time, probably all of the time, this is going to be stronger. Unless somehow you get Frostbind on play, then it would be less good. Your 4-stars Fortifications, your Nexus is tough. This is probably to make it so you can survive long enough to play your dragons. You have Mana Flow as your 5-star, of course, and your 6-star is Call of the Brood. When allies attack, draw a unit. If it's a dragon, summon it attacking, so when it gets summoned, it's also going to strike the weakest enemy. Should be good as long as you just, you know, make sure most of the units in your deck are dragons. Maybe remove the units in your deck that are not. I think like Dragon Guard, Lieutenant, or whatever is probably the first to go. Star of Bounty is 10 Nexus health and 4 regen. Star of Legends is your support trap. Champions have dragons too, so they're going to be able to strike on play. And they'll also give those Fury buffs to other things in hand. Yeah, that makes sense. Strafing Strike has Tears of the Goddess, so it's free. That's actually really good. So Strafing Strike normally costs 3, but Shyvana's version costs 2, so that'll be able to play for free. Dragon Followers you acquire have Nomad's Medallion. There's your -2 cost, which you're going to need to make the deck work. Confront has Solid Spear, so you also give, so it's going to be +2/+2 in Challenger for 2 mana. It's pretty good. And then of course your Gemstone powers aren't real, but Celestial Bounty is Demacian champions have +4 regen, and Celestial Insight is +100 XP for Demacian champions. And now we look for the accessibility. So it's a pretty constellation for sure. There's your 6-star. Let's see if we can just go to our 1-star so we know where to start. So we start at the hand. So here is our 1-star, here is our 2-star, here is our 3-star, our 4-star easily accessible, then you have your Star of Legends. Star of Discovery is really close, and Star of Bounty, your 5-star, is blocking all of your gemstone powers, which, you know, not great, but kind of fine. And then Strafing Strike is behind your Nomad's Medallion, which is okay, and then Star of Wonder. So, from an accessibility standpoint, obviously it'd be better if you could get these in any order, but I don't think it's too bad to pick them up in this order. And then of course your 6 stars behind all of your other your bonus stars. So I give this like a B. It's obviously worse than Elise in terms of accessibility, but still not bad. I think it is fine. Now let's pick up Elise, and we're gonna look for the new event. Teamfight Adventures. Sheriff of Piltover, so we start at... I wonder if this is just going to be like the campaign adventures. The Sheriff of Piltover is our 2.5 star. This is Caitlyn with completions for Demacia. There's only 4 this time. Shadow Isles, PNZ, and Bilgewater. You get Shyvana fragments for the first one. I don't know what you get for the other ones. Special rules are evidence gathering. Once the foe has drawn 5 cards, their units have +2/+2 and sharp sight. That is strong. And doesn't help you at all. Bilgewater is our 3.5 star. Special rules are star up. When any player has 3 or more copies of a unit in hand, they discard all but 1 and double its stats. Round start, the foe creates a copy of a unit in hand. So you're going to be dealing with double stats, but since there's no deadly, it's just kind of normal. And again, 4 completions. We do have a Spirit Blossom completion, which I do not like. I don't think Spirit Blossom should be in regular adventures, or time-limited adventures, I guess, until it's easier to acquire their fragments, because you basically can't do that right now. Maybe from the Glory Store you can get like a chest, or maybe I think it might actually just be 1 chest. You can buy with wild fragments, but they cost double the normal amount of wild fragments. So yeah, kind of sucks that they're putting that there. I don't like that at all. If there was a way to, you know, get it normally, then I would be fine with it, but since you can't, I am unhappy about it. The 4.5 star is the Lady of Luminosity. This is Lux. Again, for completions. Special rules this time we have Deadly and Trait Affinity. When any player has 3+ units of the same subtype, those units have +2/+2. If 5+, they have 3/3 instead. So at least this works both ways. It works on you and them. And I don't know how difficult these adventures are going to be. I don't know what like the special rules are or anything, or not the special rules, but the extra items and event stuff is. For Nasus, we have Withered. Your Nexus cannot be healed in combat encounters. That sucks. And Deadly when the foe, well, you know, Deadly is 4 completions here. So normally we'd use Morgana, but she's gonna be, she's still probably gonna use Morgana, to be honest. But you're not gonna use Wicked Harvest because Lifesteal isn't gonna work. But yeah, so I don't know, probably fine. There's only 4 completions, so it shouldn't be that difficult. You can just use overpowered champions on anything. And finally we have Scourge of the Pit, which has creeps. The foe's units have +0/+4, vulnerable, and 2 impact. That's weird. 2 impact's really strong, especially since they tend to get like full boards really early, so you might be taking like 10 damage for free. Something like Fortifications would help reduce that damage, so we'll see how this goes. +4/+0 also makes it much harder to remove, but vulnerable at least lets you challenge, so we'll see how that goes. That +4 is actually going to be +6 because of Deadly. Yeah. And then of course 2 Demacia here, Shadow Isles, Spirit Blossom, which again, don't like, and Freljord. and you get a Shadow Isles Gold Star vessel for the first one. I assume you get like a Demacian Gold Star vessel after that. So yeah, that is the new adventures. We will, of course, do them all at 3 stars and no epic relics in time. But we have other stuff to do first, so probably by this weekend we'll get started on that. But until then, the first thing we're doing, I already released the Elise video. Tomorrow we're going to be doing a Shyvana video at 3 stars and no epic relics. Again, it's probably Lysandra, maybe Viego, we'll see. And yeah, so that is the new event. Without actually going into it, I don't know how it's going to play out. It is available for 69 days, so you have a fair amount of time to deal with that. Holidays are also coming up, so hopefully you get some extra time to play. One interesting thing to note is that Scourge of the Pit is a 6.5 star recommended. Normally when they do events, I guess there's normally only 5 nodes, but normally when they do events, they add an extra adventure at the end, so I wonder if we're going to see a 7.5 star, or if they're just going to add extra completions to the already existing ones. Would it be interesting? Anyway, now we're going to go into a little bit of Shyvana gameplay, and we're just going to check out this adventure while we're at it. So level 1 Shyvana, for Relic we're using Greater Cosmic Blessing, of course. Got her to 3 stars, and it looks like we have augments here, so your back row is full, gain a mana gem, 30 Nexus health. That actually might be good, since this is a level 1, and Pilfer each round. The first time you kill an enemy, create a 1-cost 1/1 copy of it. This could be interesting for stronger adventures where they're dropping things with powers. If you could kill like a Haisho or a Ladros, then you would get it in hand, and that would be cool. I'm gonna reroll just to see what's available, but 30 Nexus health is really good when you're just starting. Last second save, when an ally survives damage with exactly 1 health, fully heal it. That's not bad. All allies have the same random keyword. The keyword changes each game. I don't know if this is in addition to their normal keywords or if it replaces. And Pandora's items around N, add a random common item to a random card in hand, up to 3 per card. This is probably pretty good too. Ascension starting around 5, allies have +3/+3. This is probably terrible. When you play a 4-cost unit, summon a different 4-cost unit from your deck. That could be cool. So we would just get 2 Shyvanas. As long as we only keep Shyvana, we always get 2 Shyvanas. And of course we're back to Titanic Health. Which I think is probably the best thing to take, but I'm going to take Paraphors because that sounds fun. And looks like we start at Plaza Guardian. What's the special rule on this one? Once the foe has drawn 5 cards, they get stronger. Because we are level 1, we do want to reroll to try to get Shyvana. Keeping Egghead Researcher probably also a good plan. We'll drop it now. Should have dropped the Dragon Guard Lieutenant so I could block, but we can still block. It's fine. He did his job, he made us dragons. We'll drop the Dragon Guard Lieutenant, and we're gonna kill the Ballistic bot so we don't take damage every round. And also drop a Dragon Chow here to prep for our White Flame Protector, who we're gonna drop now is gonna kill. That's a nice board clear. Drop this guy. Probably wanted to use Molten Fury too, but it's fine. We will grant Shyvana Challenger and we attack with everything. The Fury buffs are supposed to apply to everything in hand. I feel like that only went off once. So I guess this doesn't count as a Fury buff and it's not doubling it. Because this has elusive, we do need to get rid of it because we can't block and 7 damage on her 19 health. Not great, so we're going to play Molten Breath. So yeah, I gave everything +1/+1, but not +2/+2. That's fun. Imagine with like Stalker's Blade. Ocean Drake is a dragon, so we're gonna pick it up. Cost 6, which is a lot. For support, don't want to really spend rerolls. We can take Wording Stones. That'll get us started a little bit quicker. Not really, because it costs 3, but sorta. I think Golden Crush Bot is likely to be easier than the Dragon Lean. I shouldn't have picked up a 4-cost unit. That was a mistake. Reroll to try to get Shyvana. And we do. Drop our Dragon Chow. Could attack here, there's no real loss. Everything's gonna have 2 power, so.
With a little time, I'll have a breakthrough. Don't bother.
Here we're gonna drop Shyvana, which should clear the board. Not only hit 1. And the 2/5 happens after the Fury, so that's a little bit unfortunate. Attack again. Or attack for the first time, not again. I did pick up Elusive. Molten Breath won't kill anything. Let's drop this dragon and see if we can make our units just a little bit bigger first. We can't block Elusive. And drop. Going to drop a Dragon Guard Lieutenant here. And we're gonna play Molten Breath. And we should kill 1 unit, I guess. I think I attack with everything here. So if we had the bonus star, this would have been free and we could have used it to get rid of one of those units. Don't like that they all have... Oh, they have Sharp Sight, not Elusive, so I can still block. This guy's Elusive. I can't tell the difference. I drop Wording Stones. Then we're gonna drop it again. And Trandamir would be a dragon if we had that bonus star, but we don't. We drop Catagrin. And we attack. They're out of cards, but if they pull more Elusive, we're gonna have problems. Drop Trandamir for the Overwhelm. Although he's only 2 power. Keep forgetting about that. And I think this wins regardless. Well, no reason to do that, we're gonna kill it anyway. We'll take Tullstones, I guess. Let's go Scholarly Pioneer. It can give us a little bit of health back, which we need because we're dying. And at the healer, we're going to purchase healing, again because we're dying. Which sends us into River Shaper. Okay, the 3-star, not the 3-star, pair 4s. So this says from your deck, so we want the extra Shyvana to be in our deck. Start with Dragon Guard Lieutenant. Next round we Wording Stones. So when we play, it'll strike, killing that. and we get an extra unit out of it. Could attack here, but he has a lot of good blocks. So I think we just attack with Shyvana. Yeah, we get stunned. Not great, but fine. Here we're... Molten Breath doesn't kill anything, and they're both elusive, so we can't block them either. This guy coming down will strike, but his strike doesn't kill. We need to get like one more power.
I am watching you, dragon. We each hold a world within.
So now we can Molten Breath. And I forgot about the deny. So I think they win and I lose here. I can't really beat elusive, is the major problem.
Ready weapons.
Yeah, I don't know what to do. So it seems like a lack of a way to deal with elusive is a problem, but I think it'd be fixed if my dragons just had more damage. So if you put something like the Beast Within on and then everything gets +1/+1, that'll obviously help. I can't do anything here except for die. Alright, well, sure, next time will go better. Starting with like low health and without items in your deck and like that kind of thing tends to look like this, but it's fine overall. I think the deck is fun. I think once Shyvana gets relics that strike, and maybe you put something like Beast Within, so everything gets +1/+1, or maybe even like anything with higher than that. Spectral Scissors, that kind of thing. Where you're just giving yourself more power will probably help. Stalker's Blade seems pretty obvious here as well. So, I don't think that we're in a bad spot. You could also use like Bounty Hunter's Renown, which would be good, or Stack Deck. So, and then just make a big deck, and then you just get +1/+1 for each of those. I think like probably Bounty Hunter's Renown is maybe a little bit more consistent. It's the Bounty Hunter's Renown. So +1/+1 for every 200 gold. Yeah. And then like double Stalker's Blades or something so that you have enough power so when you drop, you're killing 3 units. If you can do that, a Shyvana is going to be great. And then each time you do that, or when you do that, you're giving all your all your dragons in hand and in play +1/+1, so you could give them all +3/+3. I think it'd be very. So not too worried about it. I think she'll be fine. I just need to learn how to play a little bit better. Obviously, the first time you're doing a new adventure with a new champion, you're not good, and that's fine. Anyway, that is all for me. Thank you for watching. If you like what I'm doing, like and subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.